Hey, it's a lazy Saturday here. Some folks have asked me about how I do my sourdough, so I thought I'd do a couple of videos that walk through the whole process. But let me be clear, you can make this super complicated, but all you need to make great sourdough is good quality flour, sea salt, water, and a scale. That's all you need. A cast iron pan helps, but with these ingredients, I can make sourdough anywhere. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk through some of the tools that I use. I'll talk about the entry part, like just getting started. You just wanna try it out, see if you like it. And if you don't, you can bail, no cost. If you decide to go deeper and you wanna make your life easier, and that's really what the extra tools are about, is just making it more easy to make 4 loaves in a day, which is what we do. Or if you want to give it away, if you want to give it to other people, making it transportable is really a good thing. So we're going to run through the basic tools. I'm not going to show you how to make sourdough starter. I'm going to give you a link below because it's the best instructions I've seen and it works anywhere in the world. So we'll be right back and we'll start talking about all the tools. When you start out making sourdough, you're going to be using starter, flour, water, and salt. And you're going to want a mixing bowl. I have this beautiful crockery mixing bowl. It's spectacular, but it's super heavy. I find that this cheap stainless steel bowl works better, plus it holds enough dough for 4 loaves. Plastic bowl scraper is indispensable for getting the dough out. And as we go through and teach you how to do this, I'll show you where I'm using the tools and things like that as we go. On the day that you're mixing all of this stuff, you need the big bowl, you need the scale. This is a $25 Salter scale. The thing I like about this particular scale is the letters are illuminated and they're huge. So it's really easy for me to read in the dark or in limited light. I don't need to turn all the lights on in the kitchen. The other thing I really like, you can use tea towels to go over the top of the bowl to keep it from drying out. But again, the instructors for the course that I took online had this tip. Buy these cheesy shower caps. This is like, I don't know whose head this is designed for, but it fits perfectly over the bowl. And it cleans really quickly. So you can get in and get out really quickly, and it keeps your dough from drying out, plus they wash really easily. So shower cap and plastic scraper are really super handy on the day that you're baking. After you make your dough, you're gonna pull it out of that big old stainless steel bowl and you're gonna shape it into loaves or a loaf, depending on what you decide to do. You're gonna let it rest, and I let mine rest overnight, like 8, 10, 12 hours in the refrigerator. And while it's in there, it sits inside this little basket, which is called a banneton. And you'll notice that there's flour crumbs in there because we have used it raw, and you can just put the dough in there. We dust them with a little bit of white rice flour that's mixed 50-50 with AP or all-purpose flour. You just put it in a little duster. Do you need all this to start? No, you absolutely don't. You can start with I started with a stainless steel bowl. This is a mate that came with the great big stainless steel bowl that I showed you a second ago. And then you just take a tea towel, preferably one that doesn't transfer the inks. Set it in there, sprinkle it with flour, and then you're gonna cover it up. So that'd be the inexpensive way to go. These are pretty cheap on the internet. I think they run about 10 or 15 bucks a piece, and it's nice to have different sizes so that you can make different kinds of loaves. This one makes a nice long loaf. This one makes a great sandwich loaf. It's just a little shorter. This has actually become my favorite loaf shape. If you're gonna make a round one, you've got round ones in all different sizes, and they all come with these little muslin basket liners, so that if you don't wanna use the flour in there, you just wrap them in the liner and then you'll use the flour on those. And again, we'll show you all of that when we show you the how to bake. We show you how to put it all together. Just showing you the tools right now. Let me show you one more thing in just a sec. When baking day rolls around, your bread's gonna be in a bowl. You need to get the bread out of the bowl and into the Dutch oven. The easiest way to do that is to put some parchment paper down, put it on the peel. You're gonna flip it over on the peel and transfer it into the Dutch oven. The Dutch oven is gonna be screaming hot. So you wanna be able to get it in there safely, and the parchment paper makes that happen. It also is non-stick and can tolerate very high heat, so it's your friend. Once it comes out of the Dutch oven, it's nice to put it on a pizza stone, not mandatory. You can put it on the rack inside your oven, or if you get a flat topped Dutch oven, you can actually put the lid down and then put the top of the Dutch oven over the bread and lift the Dutch oven off. Pro tip. So the other thing you're going to want to do is usually decorate your bread, and you do that by slicing the top. It serves a purpose. It actually allows the bread to expand more because it's allowed to release. You can get yourself one of these guys, which is called a lam, or you can just buy razor blades, which go in that thing, and then bare-hand it. I find that's the easiest thing. These are like $2 for 5 and super easy to get. I also use cornmeal to just make everything slide. It just makes it easier for the bread to move around. It's kind of like ball bearings underneath your loaf. And then once the bread cools and you want to share it with people, it's nice to have bread bags. You can get these on Amazon.com. You can also just recycle the bags that you're already using if you're buying store-bought bread. But eventually you're going to run out of those, because once you start eating this bread, you will never buy bread again. All right? So that's it for the tools. Now what we're going to do is teach you how to feed your starter, which you have to do regularly, and then how to make leaven, how to make dough, how to make bread. So join us for that.